Welcome to the speaking section of IELTS examination. My name is Sapna, Dhamija, and I would be your examiner for this part of the test, and this test would be recorded. May I know your full name, please?
Yes, my name is Dhamija.
How may I address you?
You may call me by my first name Manvi.
Okay, Manvi. May I see your identification, please?
Yes, sure, here it is.
Thank you so much. Okay. So, are you student or working?
I am a scholar and I am recently pursuing my senior secondary.
Okay. Now, few questions will be based on internet. Do you use internet, Manvi?
Yes, of course, I use internet a lot because it helps me to gather day-to-day information and also assists me a lot in my daily life.
When was the first time you used the internet?
Lately, I remember when I was a kid, I used internet for the very first time, and YouTube was the platform which I used.
Is the internet useful to you?
Yes, of course, internet is very much useful for me. It helps it is a best resource nowadays for me. It helps me to gather information and to know about the facts in my life.
Do you think you could live without the internet?
No, it would be very much challenging for me to live without internet because nowadays we do not use any personal guidance. We use virtual guidance from internet, and that's the reason which is the main by which I cannot live without internet.
Okay, so do you use personal guidance or you take personal guidance?
I take personal
Before
guidance.
proceeding further to the interview, I would like to announce that VIP platform, as you know, that we are providing speaking and writing online classes. So very good news for you guys. A heavy discount is going on our group classes or individual classes. So whether you wish to enroll in our individual speaking or writing classes or wish to enroll in group speaking classes, then you can avail the discount. Registration is already started and the new batches are going to start from 21st of June. The number is displayed below. Either you can contact us or WhatsApp. Now few questions will be based on holidays. Where did you go for your last holiday?
Yesterday was the day when I visited to Chandigarh with my family members, and it was a great day I spent with them.
Do you like holidays?
Yes, of course, I love holidays because it is a time to spend time with our loved ones and do the things that we love to do.
Okay, what do you do on holidays?
It depends upon the time or the period of vacations I get. When I get long-term holidays, I go out for visiting different destinations with my family members, or sometimes I stay at home and do the things that I love to do and pursue my hobbies.
Okay. Now few questions will be based on happy things. Is there anything that has made you feel happy lately?
Yes, lately my mother booked air tickets for our next staycation for the next week, and that was the thing that made me happy a lot.
What made you happy when you were little?
As far as I remember, getting love from my parents or from my relatives and getting toys were the things that made me happy.
Do you feel happy when buying new things?
Yes, of course. I love buying new things, and I am a shopaholic person, so it makes me joyful buying new things and gives me pleasure also.
Do you shop more?
Yes, a lot.
Okay. Do you shop for yourself or for your family too?
Most of the time I shop for myself
Why?
because I'm a kind of person who knows better about myself, and I cannot choose things for others very easily.
Okay. Thank you. This is end of the part 1. Now I am giving you the cue card, and this would be your cue card, and you have to speak between 1 and 2 minutes. If you wish to make notes, then you can use paper and pencil for making notes. Okay. Yes, Manvi, you may start speaking now.
Okay. Being a quick-witted person, I have taken plenty of risks in my life, from which many of them turned into positive outcome and few of them concluded into negative outcome. But today I would love to talk about a significant risk I have taken in my life of riding a bullet which was very much heavy. Although it could be very much easy for many person to ride a bike, but from my childhood it was very much challenging but interesting task for me. I had always been apprehensive about riding a bike from my childhood, but when I saw many I was very much afraid of riding it. But when I saw many of the girls riding bike of my age, I felt very much out of this era and had desire to overcome my fear. Then one sunny afternoon, I was going out with my elder brother and I asked him to teach me to ride a bike. Then he told me that it could also be disastrous and dangerous for me. But then also I had desire and I said him that it could be good for me to learn it even it is disastrous for me. Then I envisioned myself falling repeatedly, but then also I tried to ride a bike. Then after many wobbly attempts, I started riding bike confidently and with a proper balance. Lately, I felt very much good and confident of riding a bike, and this was the incident which was the best moment and boost up my self confidence and encouraged me to do things and to overcome my risk.
Okay. This is end of the cue card. Now I am asking some follow-up questions which will be based on the cue card. How should parents teach their children what a risk is?
Parents should teach their children the risk according to their ages, and they should teach them by giving the live examples that happened with them. Lately, if I remember, my mother also gave me a live example of a risk recently happened with her, and I felt very much good that she taught me about it.
Okay. So you just want to say that with the practical examples,
Yes, of
the
course.
parents, children can learn
Yes.
what a risk is and how they can overcome that.
Yes.
Okay, what risk should parents tell their children to avoid?
Nowadays, there are plenty of risks that parents should teach to their children to avoid. If I see, the risk of stranger danger is very much on the peak, because children do not know that they should not take things from strangers. Moreover, internet risk is also at the peak nowadays.
Okay. Why do some people like to watch risk-taking movies?
Some people love to watch risk-taking movies because they feel very much thrilling and they feel excitement. Moreover, they learn lessons from those movies to tackle those risks in their lives.
Do you have any example for that?
No, as far as I remember, I don't have an example.
Okay. What kind of sports are dangerous but exciting?
There are many sports which are dangerous but exciting, like bungee jumping and mountain climbing. And if I remember, I also tried bungee jumping in my childhood. Earlier it was very much daunting for me, but later on it felt very much joyful.
Okay. Why do some people enjoy extreme sports?
People enjoy extreme sports because when people get excited by doing these sports, and when people get excited, amount of adrenaline is released from their body, and which makes them more excited to do these kind of sports.
Okay. Do you like to take risk or extreme risk?
Yes, of course, I love taking risks in my life, and if I talk about these such activities or sports, I love doing activities, and I say my parents to indulge into these things.
Do you have any example of any extreme sport which you have done?
Yes, as I told you earlier, bungee jumping was one of the dangerous sport that I tried.
How you felt after doing that?
The level of dopamine was increased in my body, and I felt very much joyful and enjoyable after doing this.
Do you suggest to the children they should take or they should go for extreme sports?
Yes, of course. Doing sports can teach them by how to tackle the risk in their lives, and river rafting and such activities are very much important for them to tackle the risks.
But don't you think these extreme sports can be dangerous for their health or for their life?
No, if I see, there are many safety guidelines, and there are many people who are for our safety, so most of the time it's not dangerous.
Okay. Thank you, Manvi. Thank you so much. This is end of the test. Hey everyone, this is time to give the feedback for Manvi's interview. Today I'm giving 7 band score, and this was really very impressive interview. She had taken care of 4 criteria, except in the GRA part where she was lacking somewhere, as she was not mixing the sentences in complex and compound structure. So this is required, and she needed to taken care of that part too, and she missed that. Otherwise, in entire speaking, she had taken care of fluency and coherence part. She was using outstanding words, and these were very rare and uncommon words she was using in entire speaking, be it was part 1, its cue card, or its part 3 follow up. And moreover, she was excellent at the pronunciation part, and then she needs to work over little bit about the GRA part, grammatical range and accuracy. Well, it was the first part. She was thoroughly giving me complete answer between 2 to 3 lines, 2 to 3 sentences, and this was up to mark. And above all, she was confident enough, and this what is required in the part 1, because part 1 is that part where candidates are familiar. These are the familiar questions, and they must be very much confident like Manvi, and she managed this part with huge confidence. In the part 2, everything was good, especially the vocabulary part where she used different words like quick-witted. It concluded into the positive result, significant and significant risk, apprehensive, sunny afternoon, felt very much out, disastrous, dangerous, envisioned myself. So many other words she used in entire cue card, answering entire cue card and the entire speaking too. And I really appreciate her efforts. And moreover, in the follow-up, she was good. She was even answering my every question, because in between I was trying to make her confused, and but she was able to give me answer, except one place where she was saying, I don't have any strong example for this. I asked one question, and later on I asked, can you support it with any example? But she denied. So if this by chance happening with you, examiner is asking that support it with example, then you just need to tell a story. You just need to present any general example to the examiner, rather than saying I don't have any example. You can say, even this is not written somewhere that you have to give the example. If you don't know, then you can say no, but for your safer side, if you really want to secure good score, then just try to add a story, try to give some examples, some general examples, whatever you have seen in the people's lives, so you can talk about those examples too. So she only did the mistake over there. So that is why today I'm giving 7 band, because this was really great efforts. Thank you so much.